My name is Doug Parker, host of Cruise Radio, and today we're going to discuss 21 changes made as Carnival Triumph transformed to Carnival Sunrise. If you like this video and you'd like to see more content, subscribe to the channel and give the video a thumbs up. Alright, so on to the changes. Carnival Triumph went to Cadiz, Spain for 60 days. They had $200 million, and she transformed into Carnival Sunrise. We're going to go through the 21 changes made during the dry dock. The first change is a lot of new staterooms were added. So Carnival increased the capacity of the ship by adding new staterooms to Deck 9 forward. There's some scenic ocean view staterooms up there now. That's the floor-to-ceiling window staterooms. There's a pair of matching captain suites on both the port and starboard side on deck number 9. These rooms are actually above the navigational bridge. And then a lot of staterooms were added on deck 5 aft. There used to be the Punchliner Comedy Club back there. That was blocked off, and now over 3 dozen staterooms on deck 5 aft, including those popular aft balcony staterooms. And on the subject of staterooms, no stateroom went untouched during this refurbishment. In fact, they actually made every stateroom almost pretty much new again. They redid the bathrooms in every single stateroom because they used to have this really pink-looking 90s tile. Now everything is that Carnival blue-looking tile. Still have the shower curtains in there. 4 USB ports per stateroom. Mine had 2 by the bed and 2 on the vanity. And of course, newer TVs and upgraded technology in every room as well, along with faster Wi-Fi across the whole ship. Number 2, the theater was changed completely. So if you remember Carnival Triumph, you could enter the theater from Deck 3, Deck 4, or Deck 5. Now Deck 3 forward is all staterooms. They actually lifted the theater up 1 level. So now it went from a 3-deck theater to a 2-deck theater. Deck 3 is all staterooms forward. Deck 4 is now the main entrance to the main theater. And then Deck 5 is the cheap seats from the main theater. We also saw changes to the midship main dining room. The midship main dining room used to be called the London Dining Room under Carnival Triumph. Now the dining room is called the Radiance Dining Room. Along with the name change, though, was some reconfiguration. There used to be a staircase that went from Deck 4 to Deck 3. That was completely taken out. The staircase was removed, and more seating was put right there where the staircase was on both levels. Also, there was a new steakhouse that was added, Fahrenheit 555. So they cut off part of the portside midship dining room and added a steakhouse there, which in turn, that made the midship dining room a little bit smaller, but added the steakhouse to Carnival Sunrise. On Deck 3 in the main dining room, they now have a chef's table, so that was part of the galley under the Carnival Triumph configuration. Now on Deck 3 in the back of the main dining room on the port side, there's a chef's table experience there with a big long table, seats around 12 people, and you'll also find a small kitchen within the chef's table experience. Number 5, there's a real coffee shop. This space used to be the library on Carnival Triumph. Actually, Carnival Sunrise is the first Carnival ship to debut a Java Blue coffee shop that isn't just a walk-up window or a spot on the Lido deck, although the Lido deck's coffee shop is still there. This is actually a cafe you walk into, has a selection of coffees, milkshakes, and even these massive donuts for like $3 each. And if you don't feel like taking your coffee on the run, you don't have to. You can sit at one of the tables or one of the stools along the window. Also makes for a perfect people-watching spot. Number 6, they didn't only add, but they reconfigured the Limelight Lounge. Now, the Oxford Bar used to be in this spot. That's way gone. And the Punchliner Comedy Club is now here. It's located on deck number 4 between the 2 main decks. This configuration is much different than the Limelight Lounge, say, on Carnival Sunshine, because they shifted the stage 90 degrees, making the area wider, as well as adding some booths and some chairs along the back wall, giving it better sight lines. Number 7, a full-service sushi venue was added. So Bonsai Sushi replaced the Vienna Cafe on the promenade deck. Initially, Carnival said this was only going to be a Bonsai Sushi Express, but it looks just like any other Bonsai Sushi in the fleet, maybe a little bit smaller, but still the table service here where you can have your sushi at the bar where the chef makes it right in front of you, or you can sit at a table and enjoy it in a little more of a quiet, intimate setting. The next change is they added a unique piano bar. Piano Bar 88 is now where the Hollywood Dance Club used to be, aka the Disco. Now, if you remember on Carnival Triumph, the piano bar, it was like the Big Easy piano bar, used to be just aft of the Alchemy Bar. That's now moved into the space where the Hollywood Dance Club is. That also shares the space with the RedFrog Pub currently on Carnival Sunrise. But the piano bar is really unique because it's encapsulated in a room with glass walls and curtains, so it creates a perfect sound barrier from the live music, the acoustic guitar player or the band over at the RedFrog Pub. And speaking of the RedFrog Pub, also part of the space where the Hollywood Dance Club used to be is now the RedFrog Pub. Actually, this is one of the largest RedFrog pubs in the Carnival fleet, and it's right off the main promenade on deck number 5. The bar, if you're used to other RedFrog pubs, there's kind of an entrance that has like the tile, and you go through a doorway. There's no doorway on this pub. It's right off the promenade. Like you can just wander into it, and it goes back really deep, and also goes back. So it's like a big T, right? So you walk into the space, and then it goes off to the left and to the right side. Plenty of tabletops, a nice stage, a dance floor, a really hopping space at night too. Number 10, a new Waterworks Aqua Park was added. If you remember the water slide on Carnival Triumph, you'll remember a green old school water slide and then a pool right next to that in a hot tub. So technically, I mean, back on Carnival Triumph, there were 2 pools midship because there was one by the slide and then the beach pool underneath the dive-in screen. In that place now, that pool is gone that is underneath the slide. There are 2 water slides, a splash area for the kids, a giant dump bucket, and slides for the little kids as well to enjoy and splash around. The 11th change is more dining on deck 10. Right above Lido saw 2 dining additions during the dry dock. The first one is the specialty restaurant Cucina del Capitano. This space is used also for additional seating at the Lido deck buffet, depending on what time of day, because when Cucina is open, you have to be dining in the restaurant to eat up there. Otherwise, you can sit up there for breakfast. Then in addition to Cucina, also is Guy's Pig Anchor Smokehouse. That was added on the port side, outside on deck number 10. This is a complimentary venue that's open every day from noon to 2:30, as is Cucina for lunchtime, which is free. You'll find a selection of barbecue chicken, pork, brisket, smoked sausage, along with those side dishes as well. Number 12, the adults-only spot was added. Serenity. Carnival Triumph did not have a Serenity at all, so during the refurbishment, they added 1.5 decks of Serenity. This space on Carnival Triumph used to be a mini golf course and a basketball court. Now on deck number 14, both sides are part of the Serenity area, and that's also the entrance for the Waterworks slides as well. And then on deck number 12, because there is no deck 13 on any Carnival ship, deck number 12 on the starboard side is where we're going to find a rectangular-shaped hot tub and also the Serenity bar and more seating, loungers, day beds, and clamshells. The next change is the sports square that was added on deck number 11 aft. So back when this ship was Carnival Triumph, this was just a place with more lounge chairs to hang out up here. There used to also be a skylight on deck number 11 that shined down into the Lido deck area. Like, so the Lido deck marketplace where the buffet was lit by skylight during the daytime. However, because they put a ropes course up here and also moved the basketball court in this area and the jogging track is up here as well, they had to remove the skylight. The next change from Carnival Triumph to Carnival Sunrise was up on deck number 12, one deck above Sports Square, and they put a new mini golf course up here. Of course, the mini golf course used to be on deck number 12 forward. Since that is Serenity now, they moved the mini golf course to underneath the smokestack, the big red funnel, and this is open 24 hours a day. The next change you'll notice is going to be in the area of the mini golf course. That's going to be where the new ADA elevators were installed. To make the ship a little more accessible, they added 2 new elevators. The first one was added to Lido deck in the buffet area, and that'll take you up to deck number 10, so you can access the Cucina del Capitano if you're down in the buffet. This lift is also how guests would go up from deck 9 to deck number 10 in order to get to Guy's Pig and Anchor, which is outside on the port side. The second one was added by the Lido pool on deck number 10. You can take that up to deck number 12 to get underneath the smokestack to the mini golf course. The next change is the retractable roof was removed by the aft pool. So the aft pool used to have a retractable roof that could open and shut. You know, they would close it during bad weather, keep it open during the daytime, and suddenly you had an indoor pool if it was raining out. But because they installed the ropes course one deck above, that retractable roof is no longer there. The next change was more fun shops were added. So not only do they have some more space and some retail space for shopping, they also added the Carnival Adventure store. That's where you can buy things for your excursion. So you'll find things like snorkels, masks, the lanyards, the waterproof cases for your phones, just anything you need outside for an outside adventure, I guess, you can find in the Carnival Adventure stores. Also, cherry on top in that same area as well. And you have the fun shops on both the port and starboard side on deck number 5. The next change was the addition to the Cloud9 Spa. So the ship used to have Spa Carnival. Really basic. You would walk in, there was a desk there, and then you'd either go to the ladies' locker room or the men's locker room that would take you back to the fitness center. Now there's just one major entryway to the Cloud9 Spa. There's a reception desk when you walk in right to your left-hand side. And if you keep going straight, you'll dead end into the fitness center. Also added to the Cloud9 Spa is the thermal suite option. There are a couple of different steam rooms and saunas in here. Also an aromatherapy room, as well as a tepidarium that has those loungers. Now, not as big as, say, the Vista class or the Dream class ships, but there's a handful of loungers in this area as well. You can buy that thermal suite pass for the day, for the week, and it's included in the spa cabin. The next area of change is in the main atrium. This is where you board Carnival Sunrise. So under Carnival Triumph, the main atrium was really purple, and it consisted of a lot of dark wood. That dark wood is gone, that purple is gone, and now it's pretty much just a lot of golds and silvers. One thing they did keep, though, that was part of Carnival Triumph was the big globe on the ceiling. That artwork is still there. Another addition is a food addition on deck 10 on the starboard side. That is going to be Lucky Bowl. That's like the Asian wok. There's 3 different types of dishes, a pork, a chicken, or what's the other one, beef dish. And you tell them what you want. There's like Cantonese pork, a Korean fried chicken there, and it's a really good solid walk-up window. That is complimentary. That was added during the refit. The last change on Carnival Sunrise is the addition of the ducktail. This helps with fuel efficiency. It basically extends the aft of the ship around 15 feet or so. Carnival has added the ducktail to other refits as well, including Carnival Elation and Carnival Paradise in 2018. So there you have it. Those are the changes that Carnival Triumph saw as she morphed into Carnival Sunrise during a $200 million dry dock in the spring of 2019. If you want to see a deck-by-deck tour of Carnival Sunrise, I'll link it in the comments below and right here as well. I did a full walkthrough of the ship once it came out of dry dock. If you like this video and you'd like to see more content, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. You're the reason why I do these. My name is Doug Parker. I'm the host of Cruise Radio in the daily Cruise Radio news briefs. You can find both these shows where you listen to your favorite podcast. Just type in Cruise Radio or Cruise Radio News. So what do you think of the changes to Carnival Sunrise? Let me know in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching.